What's good everybody, Jeff here. Friends, I'm going to ask you a question. Please define esport. What I mean by that is, what makes a game legit for esport? What allows a game to branch out to esport or not? Like, what are the criteria? This video is part of a series sponsored by Guns of Boom, in which I will look into the esports scene as a whole. And I'm gonna say it right ahead, I felt stupid and narrow-minded while doing this. You see, a couple of months ago, a mobile game reached out to me, so I went to do some researches and found out the game is an FPS on mobile. First thing I have told to myself is, why would you play an FPS on your mobile in the first place? I mean, I'm a Counter-Strike player and I'm part of the master race, obviously. Why would people even bother with an FPS on mobile? The controls have to be really clumsy. And going further into discussions, I've got to talk to the devs themselves. And it turns out they are really passionate about their game and they want to branch out into esport and reach out to as many people as possible in the process. But I was still very skeptical. Once again, I'm a convicted CS player. And when you come and tell me that there's a mobile game who offers esport, plus it's an FPS, I'm like, meh. And then they mentioned a tournament, a 200,000 euros tournament, and the European qualifiers would take place in a few weeks in Katowice. So I was like, okay, great, I'm gonna go there and see what it's like. And the footage you are seeing right now is shot from the finals, with a different camera from what I use usually, and that one looks nice, I must say. You see guys, I was actually ashamed. I went there kind of ironically, as in, yeah boy, we come from CS with the best, and quickly realized how narrow-minded I have been. So much indeed, that it reminded me of my parents' reaction when I told them about esport. They were like, eh? Esport, like a competition in some video games? So like, you're getting paid to play? And some people watch it, like, why? And I was like, esport on mobile? Like what, like FPS? Like 200k euros? But why? And at this very moment, I realized my mistake. Chess is considered as a sport. Throwing a hammer is considered as a sport. Then why would any other game be less worthy of hosting a competition? Given that all the players are given the same chances, that the rules are defined prior, that practice and dedications are involved, why would any game be less worthy than another?
I'm Excellency, I play for Yakuza. I come from the United Kingdom in London. We have Lord Mano, he's from Portugal, Migat, he's from Spain, and then Divine King's from America. So, you know, we have plenty of players all over the world. Lately, as obviously with ESL, we play a lot more together, but it's only a couple hours, maybe 2 hours a day, 1 hour a day.
Difference maker, hook, line and sinker just shut them down and went off for a ridiculous play as he started to pop off. They're trying to get those med kits off, but instead Excellency shuts them down with a double. That's the victory as Yakuza storm through.
Just a lot of tactics and training, really. We always play with aim assist off, so, you know, we can get as much preparation in as possible, but we go through tactics and we just try and assemble our own roles. You know, we know how we play. We play quite aggressive at the minute, which I think is good.
We always knew this one was going to be a little bit closer with how evenly split the two teams are, but Yakuza, they've been able to maintain this really strong level of presence, I think, you know, throughout Guns of Boom, where back-to-back, they won the first map, but I feel like it comes down to the experience.
Well, that really reminds me of CS. The players have defined roles, specific rules for competition that differ from the casual playstyle, they practice together every day and outsmart their opponent by watching their playstyle. And the funniest part is that when I asked the players if they would follow or play any other games, most of them responded the same way.
Not necessarily, no. I've never really been, only Call of Duty. I'll occasionally, you know, watch that on the esports, but other games, they don't really interest me.
Ouch, bro! I thought we were the center of the world.
They won the fight, but they took how much damage in the process? This could be down to the absolute wire. This is the tournament point for Yakuza. Wait a second, is this going to be the win? Is this the tournament victory? And it is indeed! Yakuza are going to go through the bracket reset and win the very first Guns of Boom EU Invitational.
I needed to run faster, so we did a different strategy. We saw the errors we did from last time, and we just completely turned the game around. We just didn't give up until the end. We just know we're gonna win this. We're gonna win this no matter what.
But it's interesting to realize there's many common points with CS, even though the games are obviously different. The casual mode of the game is fun as well, and I play it myself, although obviously I'm not as good as these guys. And in the next video, we will talk with the devs and go further into what do they do, like what kind of function did they add to create an esports side of Guns of Boom.